Just when many believed the tension in West Asia could slowly begin to ease, another warning has emerged from Iran. And this time, the message is not about diplomacy, ladies and gentlemen. This time, it is about revenge. Well, the death of Iran's ex-supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, it has become an emotional and political moment inside the country. In fact, senior military leaders, they are now making strong statements, promising that those responsible will face consequences for them. In fact, adding to the reports, Iran's Navy chief said that according to reports, Iran's Navy chief said during funeral ceremony that those responsible for the deaths of Iranian would face retaliation from what he describes as Muslim fighters. Iranian leaders, they also vowed to continue supporting what they call the axis of resistance, signaling that Tehran does not intend to change its regional strategy despite the leadership transition here. But wait, think what that really means. Whenever leaders speak publicly about revenge, security agencies around the globe begin paying the attention here. In fact, statements like these, they are not just directed at domestic audience. They are also watched very carefully by governments across West Asia, the United States and Israel. In fact, for years, the region has witnessed cycles of retaliation followed by counter-retaliation. Every new warning raises fear that another confrontation could begin before diplomatic efforts have a chance to succeed. In the meantime, military analysts say that such statements often increase security alert across the region. Countries strengthen surveillance, military bases raise the preparedness level, and intelligence agencies monitor every possible development. Now, for ordinary people who are living across West Asia, every fresh warning, it simply means more and more uncertainty. Families hope that political leaders choose dialogue instead of conflict. But every new threat makes peace seem more distant from here. And yes, while Iranian officials were speaking about revenge, another event inside Tehran grabbed global attention for a completely different reason this time. Funerals are usually moments of mourning, right? But sometimes they also become political events. And that is exactly what the world witnessed during the funeral ceremonies for Iran's late Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Well, according to reports, hundreds of thousands gathered at Tehran's Imam Khomeini Grand Mausoleum, where speakers delivered emotional speeches. Now, during the ceremony, people openly called for death of the U.S. President, Mr. Donald Trump, while they also responded with loud chants of death to America and death to Israel. The event took place even as diplomatic efforts continued between Iran and the United States to implement a broader understanding aimed at reducing the regional tension. Now think about the contrast here. On one hand, diplomats continue talking about reducing tension. On the other hand, public events are filled with aggressive political slogans. This shows just how complicated the whole situation has really become. Governments may continue negotiations, but public emotions often move in a very different direction from here. Well, political speeches delivered during moments like these can shape public opinion for years. They also send message far beyond national borders. That is why the governments around the globe carefully analyze every single statement made during such a high-profile event. In the meantime, for the international community, the biggest concern remains the same. Can diplomacy survive when emotions are running this high? Because let's be honest here, history has shown that misunderstanding during periods of heightened tension can quickly lead to new crises. And yes, while anti-American slogans dominate Tehran, another unexpected developments emerged involving Israel, the United States, and India.